Welcome back to another episode, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Belanger and I am a realtor here in Ottawa. If you're new to the channel, welcome to my channel. We talk all things real estate, obviously here in Ottawa. This video today is a quarterly update, and you might remember from my previous quarterly update, we do this on a quarterly basis and not on a monthly basis, because on a monthly basis, the swings are just irrelevant in the big picture. But a quarterly basis, we're looking for trends. We're looking for seasonality just a little bit. Let's dive into some key statistics from OREB, which is the Ottawa Real Estate Board. Let's tackle that together in our Q2 2024 analysis. Let's go. All right, so welcome back. These videos are deliberately meant to be short in length. There's a little bit of data that we want to provide. It's not meant to be a long, drawn-out video. If you want some of those, trust me, I have some in my library that you can click on that'll give you more of a snapshot for neighborhoods and certain things that can tend to carry out in terms of length of videos. In this video, let's dive in. These statistics are really important because, like I had mentioned in previous videos, when I meet with you on a yearly basis, so let's say you've purchased a home through me, my plan is to meet up with you on a yearly basis to go over the statistics on the market. It's important to know the market. It's obviously really relevant to know what's happening in your immediate neighborhood, what's happening with the comparables in terms of exact sort of configs, bedroom sizes and lot sizes and so on, so that you get a sense of what's happening in the market. And if we can do this on a yearly basis, on a one-on-one, over a coffee, or even over a Zoom, it'll give you a better sense of the market. And as your life changes from one set of priorities to another set of priorities, you've got your thumb on the market in terms of understanding where it is. We can have that conversation on a yearly basis and determine what is your future plan. So without further ado, let's get into the Q2, which is April, May, and June of 2024. Let's dive into some key statistics. I welcome you to give me a call at any point, markbelangerrealty.com. I say it in all my videos, just reach out to me. Let's have a quick little chat about the market. If you have any specific questions, I can dissect these stats to the nth degree so we can have a nice, deliberate conversation if that's what you're looking for. Just reach out to me and I'll be happy to have that call with you. So let's dive in. I'm gonna showcase my screen. Let's look at that right now. We're looking at information from InfoSparks, which is the info that OREB uses. So this fuels the OREB, the Ottawa Real Estate Board stats. As you can see at the top, I'm not specifying any price ranges. I'm not specifying any property types, construction types, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. I'm just keeping it as vanilla as possible at this moment in time. So a nice little line graph. All we really need to know is how far back do we want to go? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So let's just say 3 years from a visual perspective. And let's look at, let me just move my image there. We're looking at the median down at the bottom left, median sale price, not the average sale price, because I kind of find that when I use average sale price, there are always a few outliers, always really beautiful properties that sell, and it kind of skews the data because the prices are so high and so on. So I like to use the median sale price, and then 50% of the homes sell for a little bit more, and 50% of the homes will sell for a little bit less, but that's the exact middle, so to speak. The median sale price in the month of June, $644,000. So that's the talking point. You go to a dinner party, you're not specifying anything like sizes, shapes, colors, none of that stuff. $644,000. How is that in comparison to last year? Last year was $635,000. So let's just say up 10 grand on average, all property types. It's not down, it's up. That's the talking point. When you break it down, then you go into single family homes, you go into condos, you go into townhouses. I can say, we don't need to go through this, but I can say that single family homes are up slightly, condos are down slightly, and townhomes itself are, for the most part, even across the board. So single family homes or detaches up a little bit, condos down a little bit, and townhouses relatively flat year over year. In fact, like exactly flat year over year. So that's interesting from a sales perspective. When you get into new listings, again, let's go to all property types, new listings. The amount of listings on the market for the month of June was 2,523. And you compare that to last year, 2,394. So 2,400 versus just over 2,500. So up a little bit. So a little bit more movement on the market from a listings perspective. Then you got to start to wonder, why are there more houses on the market this year over last year? Well, last year, there wasn't really anything going on, in my opinion. Everybody knew where the interest rates were. They were sky high. Everybody's sort of sitting on their hands. Now that the Bank of Canada has dropped their interest rates, like old news now, but they dropped their interest rates in Q2 of this year, we're starting to see just a little bit of wiggle room or a little bit of sales or listings happening on the market. I'd be very curious to see Q3, Q4, Q1 of next year, what happens. And of course, if Bank of Canada drops interest rates again, then of course, how does that have a sort of trickle down effect from the listings and sales perspective? So that's that. Now, homes for sale. Again, I want to make sure it's all vanilla on everything. There were, as we exited the quarter, 3,826 homes for sale. Decent. You can see the trend going up here. That's cyclical for the most part. But let's compare June 3,826 to 2,570. So definitely more homes sold in the month of June. We're trending our way up again. Maybe it has to do with the fact that interest rates dropped a little bit. People are getting slightly more excited, more encouraged about the future of Bank of Canada and interest rates potentially. So you're seeing a little bit more homes for sale as people are moving on to their next destination. Same thing with total sold. Total solds will be what is actually sold. This is as we exited the month of June, 1,437 versus June, while June was flat. So interesting. More people are putting their homes for sale, but it hasn't really triggered the sales itself, which I believe will have more lingering effects as we go through the calendar year. Okay, so days on market, again, you can see that this is cyclical because in the winter months, you're going to have more days on market. Nobody buys houses. Nobody wants to see houses when it's minus 30. So you can see that there are, in the winter months, in January, 42 days is what it takes on average to sell your house versus June, 18 days is what we exited the quarter. So interesting. I don't think that's changed from last year. June was 14 days last year, 18 days this year. So buyer's market, people are getting choosy. People will make sure that they opt for the inspection. There's really no rush. There are less buyers and more houses on the market. Therefore, they are not pressured or feeling the pressure to put in offers, without conditions and so on. So that's actually interesting in of itself. Okay, on this slide, what we're looking at is the percentage of list price. So let's look at this again. I'll move my photo here. Let's look at the crazy days of 2021 and 2022. You were getting well above asking price. On average, or a median would be 114% of asking price. So think about that. The market was hot. People were submitting offers above asking price, probably not a lot of conditions. And we dropped down to more normal 98.8% of asking price. So it's not crazy times. It's not crazy situations. Let's extend that out even just a little bit further from 3 years to 5 years. You can see that we are in more quote unquote normal times from a percentage of list price perspective. So the key here is to make sure we price it properly. We do all the analytics behind it. And then that is the price that you're looking to close. Gone are the days of quick sales. Like I said, no inspections, all of that. And then feeling like you got to go above asking to get that home. Okay. Shows to sold would be the last one that I'm going to reference at this point. Again, everything is vanilla. The average amount of showings it takes to sell your home is 8. So again, just to set expectations, you put your house on the market, you've got to expect at minimum, in my opinion, if the average is 8, let's aim for double on that. Let's increase the odds of getting your house sold. Let's aim for 15 or 16 showings. And at that point, or at that ratio, you should be getting the price point. One of those would be interested enough in making an offer, hopefully at the price point that you're looking for. So again, just to set expectations, 8 and you want to compare that to last year, let's just do that. Probably didn't change much, 9. So it took 9 showings last year, 8 showings this year. So we'll see where that goes in the next few quarters. So there you go. Like I said, my goal is to provide the statistics. Very hard to do this on a 5-minute video. My goal would be to meet up with you on a yearly basis after we've purchased or sold your home, understand your neighborhood, understand the greater Ottawa market, and like you do meeting with your doctor and or your financial advisor, you should be meeting with your realtor on a yearly basis over a cup of coffee or a Zoom call, even if it's just half an hour, just to keep the pulse of the market, just so you understand it a little bit. So if anybody has any questions on any of these, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact details, you can go to my website, markbelangerrealty.com, schedule a half an hour, ask away on some questions. Maybe we'll schedule a more thorough call and we can dissect exactly the type of home in the exact type of neighborhood that you're looking for, and we'll start that journey together. Again, can't manage what you can't measure. Statistics are a key component. This is probably my most favorite part of my job. I love the statistical part of it. Be happy to share any of this with you at any point. So just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you, and thank you for your time and your attention. I look forward to the next video, and until then, take care.